What's good, everybody? Welcome to the J&D Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Darian.
I'm Jason.
And we have a pretty decent show for you guys today. You know, since there wasn't any UFC, we'll probably get straight into college. IU, you went to the Akron game. How was
it? It was one of probably the worst football games I've ever watched.
Worst?
It was, like, if you consider the talent levels and what, like, actually happened on field, it was really, really bad.
That's crazy.
Akron is not really that good of a team.
Oh, hell
You
no.
know, they're in the MAC. No disrespect to the
The
MAC.
only thing that Akron's useful for, no disrespect, is LeBron James and Steph Curry. I don't want to disrespect the city of Akron, though.
I mean,
I promise.
It's Akron. I don't know how many people you're disrespecting. But, you know, and we're Indiana. I know we're obviously not a huge football school, but we're still a P5 program, you know. And to be taken to quadruple overtime is embarrassing, to say the least. You know, for most of the game, if not all of it, Akron looked like the better team. It didn't really look like Indiana just had it in them. Their offense was stinky.
Stinky.
Yeah. Taven didn't have a terrible game, but
Yeah.
it left a lot to be desired.
Yeah.
Our defense at points looked like they were good. You know, we had 2 interceptions, which were nice, but it felt like we could not stop the run defense to save our lives.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the game, they had over 200 more all-purpose yards than us, and that came almost exclusively on the ground. They had like 270 rushing yards or something.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which is even more disappointing considering we had the – I'm going to keep referencing him every game, though. Ohio State offensive lineman, like, shouting out our defense. And, like, towards the end of the game, it just did not seem like we could stop the Akron Zips.
Yeah, that's crazy. I saw it on Snapchat. People were talking about how we were going to lose to the Akron Zips. I mean, Taven Jackson's he's only a freshman. So, I mean, of course, like, he's going to – hopefully he can grow into that guy for us. I'm glad we got the win, though. Like, you definitely don't want to lose to a bad team like Akron. You know, not every game's going to be pretty. Not every game's going to be decisive. But, you know, the good teams can get those wins when they need them. Yeah, like, we had a really good game on the ground. Like, we had over 100 yards over our 2 rushers, Jalen Lucas and Christian Turner. About 26 carries between the two. So, I mean, we didn't play that bad. I guess, you know, I do understand what you're saying, though, with Ohio State shouting us out.
Well, we didn't play that bad, but when you consider our opponent, it just feels worse.
Yeah, you definitely wanted to be a little bit more decisive than that.
Yeah, and being in the student section very low down, we're near the bench, the Akron bench, and those players were talking trash every single time something happened to us.
Akron?
The Akron players, yeah.
Wow.
It was like, at the end of the game, we're going to win, and I can wave them goodbye and do all of that stuff. But when they do something good, I can't talk trash to them. I just have to let these Akron players, you know, shit talk me. It doesn't feel good when it's Akron.
Yeah, and, you know, the fact that they went to 4 overtimes for us to beat them is kind of insane.
God.
But, you know, I don't think, you know, expectations are really high for the football team.
No.
I think we're just honestly looking to really improve at this point.
Yeah.
You know, but IU men's soccer
Oh.
loses to Michigan State. Did you go to the game? Oh, it was in
away. It was away.
in Michigan. I forgot, yeah.
I did get to the one before, though. They played Butler on Tuesday.
Okay.
They managed to get a win out of that one. That was a 1-0 win.
Yeah.
Which in the last 4 games, including that one, they had scored 1 goal, which is, even if you don't know anything about soccer, you can tell isn't amazing.
Yeah, it's not.
But, you know, it's good to get the win finally after 2 losses and a draw.
Did we make it far last year? Last season?
Last season?
Yeah.
We all went to the Natty.
Oh, shit. Yeah, because I wasn't even paying attention to soccer last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then we go up to East Lansing and a 1-2 game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got to win these games. It just feels like we're not winning the games we need to be winning.
Yeah.
And I think we are close to the point where we can say this team just does not have it in them to, you know, win the Natty, win the Big Ten even. It's just, it's frustrating because, you know, I know these boys can do it. Everyone here they're like, it's one of the top programs in the nation.
Yeah.
We were ranked number 2 or something to begin the season.
Yeah.
And now we're just, you know, getting toyed with, it feels like.
We are.
But the weirdest thing is that every game is a 1-goal game.
Yeah.
So it's not like we're getting absolutely blown out, but it's just like,
Definitely games we should be winning.
they're games that we definitely can be winning.
Yeah.
So it's just bad.
I mean, coming into the season 2-0, man, ranked 2, like you definitely want to, win games like that. I can understand that we just didn't have the talent, which I mean I don't think we do. But like the fact that you're losing games 1-0, that you're keeping the game relatively close for a majority. It's just like a swing here, an unlucky shot there, and the game could either be tied or we could have won the game. I don't know, man. Our men's soccer team, I think it's kind of like football, just to regroup here.
Maybe
you wouldn't. I mean,
I have more faith in the soccer team than the football team. That's for sure.
Only like 3-3-2 though. Faith in them to do what?
Get it together.
Okay.
Get it together. I'm not fully out on them yet. I'm not fully out on that.
Okay, what do you think they could do this year then, specifically?
I mean, I think if they start rallying towards the end of the season, use all the talent that they all have. They're all good players. Yeah. I'm not saying none of them are bad players. Yeah. They could win the Big Ten maybe, like the tournament wise at least.
Okay.
I don't know nationally wise, but
oh god no.
I don't know. Yeah. If they start playing up to the potential, they can be pretty good.
I think we could definitely be a dark horse. If we start getting it together, but it needs to start happening like now.
Yeah.
And it really should happen with that Michigan State game. You'd be Butler. I mean, not the Garrity's team, but it's a win. And then you add on to that with beating Michigan State, that definitely sends you in the right direction for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But losing that definitely helps. It definitely hurts.
Yeah.
IU women's soccer gets 2 more wins since our last episode against Illinois and Northwestern. Oh. First off, I would like to say that we are the kings of the IU women's soccer fan club. Definitely love to get one of you guys on.
I'll take that
for sure.
But I cannot get enough of these ladies.
Woo.
They are so good.
Yes.
I love every single one of them.
Yeah.
They go away for the first away Big Ten game of the season. Smack Illinois.
Them.
It's 2-1 game, but they still smacked him. That's all that matters. They won away.
Stop playing.
And then come home, they play against a ranked Northwestern team. They were number 18 in the country.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
And you know what they do? They just take control of the game from minute 1 till minute 90. So these women are just unbelievable. The goals we're scoring, amazing. The defense we're playing, amazing.
Yeah.
The goalkeeping, oh my gosh. You had to be there for it. There's 5 minutes left in the game.
Yeah.
And it's a one-on-one. It's one of the best saves you'll see.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. These Northwestern players could not get a ball in our net. It was wonderful.
They can't. Man, hot take. We win the natty.
I don't know if that's so hot anymore.
Yeah, I mean, low key. Because I understand there are, I guess, say better teams, but I think this team is just clicking, man, on all cylinders.
Yes, they are.
I think this team kind of reminds you of our men's team last year a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of crazy how they flip flopped a little bit. Man, I need y'all to start coming out to these fucking women's games. There's no way they should have under 1,000 people at these games.
No, these games are.
They're winning.
They're awesome.
You're going to, no disrespect to the men's, right? But you're going to games where they're losing. Why do you not want to come see winners, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, I definitely love our little crowds, you know what I'm saying? We get very rowdy out there. We do a lot of shit talking. If any of you ever come, we do a lot of shit talking towards the other team. So, but it would be great, to get some big crowds out. I think once we get to the playoffs, I think for sure.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
They haven't been ranked yet. But now they're 9-0-2, just beat Northwestern, who was a ranked team.
Yeah.
I will be shocked if we are not on that top 25 by the time we do this podcast next week.
Yeah.
And I think they will deserve it.
Yeah.
And I think there's only one place to go for them, and that's up.
That's up, baby.
Every time, I'm looking forward. If I'm looking on my calendar for what the next IU game is between football, men's soccer, women's soccer, it's always going to be the women's soccer team.
For those of you that don't know, when he means looking at our calendar, we have a calendar on our fridge for the men's and women's soccer.
Yeah.
But, we go to both. But
I'm going to go to all of them regardless.
Yeah. We go to both, but, it's a special place in our heart for the women's soccer team.
You just see that coming up on the schedule and we're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, got to circle that one. All right, college football. Colorado gets, I don't want to say dog walked, but they get destroyed.
Maybe don't want to say dog walked. They got taken to the pound.
I mean, like, they didn't have the boy, they didn't have the best.
Do you think his liver is 36-point liver? You think it saves them from 36 points?
I think the game's. I don't think they score 42 points, but I mean, I think they still win though. I mean, we were both saying that they still win, even if Travis Hunter didn't get hurt. They didn't look good to me even before this game. So I mean, it's not as surprising. But 42-6 is pretty insane. Like I expected, like they was hype, man. All the talk shows were hopping up Shadir saying he's the next coming. He reminds you of Tom Brady. Oh, man, he's the best quarterback in the country.
The only thing that he reminds me of Tom Brady is his mobility. That guy, it's disappointing.
Let's be honest. And we talked about this in the last episode. He put together a 2-minute drive against a team running the same exact defense every time they came out. I don't know what quarterback that's decent that couldn't have done that. No hate on Shadir because he is a good quarterback. I watched him.
He is good, yeah.
He's good, but I definitely think they were hyping his head up way too much. And then now you get scores like this, 42-6.
Yeah, I'm. Like you said, not surprised.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was going to be this bad. I thought maybe Colorado had something in them. But from the moment you turn that game on, you just could tell which team is better.
Yeah.
Which team is just not fully there yet. And that's not like a terrible thing for Colorado because it's their first year.
Yeah.
Coach Prime, they're still in the rebuild phase, I guess. So they're still a couple of years behind schedule. Or I guess they're ahead of schedule right now, but they're still a couple of years away from where they fully want to be.
Yeah.
But to lose like this, it just has to suck. And especially considering they have USC up next, I believe, it's looking like it's going to be a rough couple weeks.
Yeah, we was talking about it on Friday. Caleb Williams gonna have a fucking air show on that defense because that defense looks terrible. Bo Nix outplayed the hell out of Shadir. So okay, so since we are on the topic of Shadir, right? I guess we both could say that he was leading, or he was at least top 3 in the Heisman vote before this game.
I think that was just hype. I don't know. I don't know if it was fully deserved.
Yeah,
I think if you take away everything around him and just put those performances on paper.
Yeah.
It's not nearly as, he can win the Heisman because there are players, I think they're much more deserving of the hype. Caleb Williams,
Caleb Williams.
He's Caleb Williams.
He's the best quarterback in college football right now.
And I think the favorite right now, Michael Penix, former IU boy, I think he right now is the favorite to win just solely based off performances.
Sure?
Caleb Williams is obviously going to have that, carryover from last year.
Yeah.
But they're both having fantastic seasons, and I just don't think that Shadir was on the same level as them.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest.
I mean, the TCU game definitely gave, a decent amount of I don't want to say promise, but hope.
Yeah.
But then, the next game, I think they faced what?
Nebraska.
Yeah, I was thinking of Nebraska, but for some reason I was thinking of Wisconsin as well. But yeah, the Nebraska game definitely gave you a lot of question marks. Okay, is he really that guy? And then, he kind of struggles for 3.5 quarters against Colorado State.
Yeah.
This game definitely didn't help him.
No.
I don't think he's in the running anymore at all.
No.
Yeah. I mean, it happens. Alabama
gets
back in the win column. We talked about this, and I was saying that I wouldn't be surprised if Ole Miss wins. But I think we both picked Alabama to win this game.
Yeah. I mean, I was a little more confident in them than you. You definitely were less sold on them.
I think because when you're not sold on your starting quarterback, I think that becomes a very, very big problem.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, talent is talent.
Yeah.
Eventually they're going to win these games.
Yeah.
And their quarterback, I think he's not good enough to win them the Natty.
He's not.
But he's not bad enough to be our season's completely just cooked, I think he's fine, but I still have faith. It's Nick Saban. It's still a great program.
Yeah. He reminds you kind of I don't want to say our quarterback, but he kind of does. He's all right.
Wow.
He's all right. And I mean, I mean, they're both kind of in quarterback controversy. They've been both getting swapped out.
Yeah.
Which definitely isn't something that you want, I don't know if Jalen Milroe's a freshman, but I know our quarterback, Taven Jackson's a freshman. I don't know. They won against USF. You know, I wasn't necessarily not expecting them to win. It just, I don't know. I feel like Ole Miss. I feel like Ole Miss could have paid off the upset.
They could have, obviously. You know, I mean, they were a ranked team, but at the end of the day, it's still Bama. They're still the team we all know and most of us dislike.
I don't know, because like, yeah, okay, yeah, they are. I think now they're definitely getting more into like running the football instead of like airing it out, like when you had
figuring out their game, kind of.
Yeah, kind of like how they were under Jalen, running the football, playing defense. Like, because of course we kind of got to, oh man, Tua and Mac and Bryce came in and they're airing the football. They're airing the football out, man, and now they're kind of getting back to running the football. Which I mean, as long as it's producing wins, you can't really.
Yeah. I mean, if you're winning, you're winning. That's all that matters. I'm sure of all people, Nick Saban does not care about the scoreboard.
Yeah, of course. He just cares about getting
except
wins.
For the win.
Yeah, especially after that loss to Texas. Speaking of Texas, my boy Quinn Ewers.
Your boy?
My boy.
He's officially your boy?
Oh, man, I've been on the Quinn Ewers bandwagon since we started.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
First episode, I was saying he was my favorite quarterback in the NCAA right now. And he still is.
Favorite in the... Yeah. I didn't even know that.
Favorite. Yeah,
wow.
My favorite. Yeah. They destroyed Baylor. No, not a surprise of anybody.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, Baylor, as we said, they're having their down season. Yeah. They'll have their up season, then they'll have their down season.
Yeah, they will.
And when you're having your down season, and then you have Texas going against you, and Texas is having like their first up season in what feels like forever.
Yeah.
It's just a recipe for disaster. You know, it's kind of what everyone expected.
Yeah.
Maybe not 38-6, but you know what?
You didn't expect that 8-6?
I don't know. Maybe Baylor gets, a little more than 6, but
okay.
It's similar to the Colorado versus Oregon game, as in that, Oregon and Texas, they're both trying to say they're the real deal this year, and they kind of just put the smack down on, a lesser team.
Yeah. Most people probably don't know this, but, Texas, UT was actually my first college that I ever wanted to go to.
Really?
Ever. Yeah. Growing up in Texas, it was either between them or A&M for me. Baylor was also pretty decent with RG3, so, I was kind of looking into them as well. But, yeah, it was definitely Texas and A&M for me. So I'm happy to see them.
We're a Hook'em podcast. Is that what you're saying?
Might be. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, of course,
If you're a pro Hook'em, then I'm sorry, but I got to be horns down. If that's what we're doing here, I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
I'm more than happy to hate on Texas.
I mean, my boy's 4-0, man. What you got to hate on?
That they're Texas?
Yeah, okay. I mean, like I said, I'm happy to see them, doing their thing again.
I mean, it's better than like Georgia, I guess.
Yeah,
that's like they're those are one of the only teams I hate more.
I think of all college, I think we all can universally hate Georgia.
Yeah,
if you're not
at least at this point.
Yeah, I mean they didn't do anything. They didn't do themselves any favor last year. We all wanted CJ to win. I feel like he got cheated, but that's a topic for another day. Then they go and just thrash TCU, and they're talking cold cash. Just yeah. I didn't like him, but me personally, I didn't like him before that, honestly. I didn't like when they beat Bama either, because Bama was severely injured. Yeah. I thought they would have lost. But, yeah, UCLA.
Aww.
I mean, the Chargers won, so we have to at least talk about UCLA getting beat by Utah. And you also did pick.
This isn't necessary. This is unnecessary. Nobody said we were going to win this game. I mean, I might have been a little more optimistic than the average fan.
Yeah.
But, we're going away to Utah. That's like one of the hardest stadiums to play at.
Yeah, the altitude is crazy.
Yeah. And it wasn't a terrible game. I mean, 14-7, it's nothing to say.
Oh, God.
Oh, my gosh. This team just completely smacked the other one. It's not like Oregon versus Colorado. Colorado was ranked 3 spots ahead of UCLA, and Utah was only 1 spot behind Oregon.
Yeah.
So, realistically, this loss is way better compared to that one. And, it's just one of those games where you have a weaker offensive line than their defensive line. Dante Moore got sacked not 10 times, like 7 times. But it's just one of those games where it's unfortunate, but it's not insanely discouraging. A 1-score loss to a team with that quality.
That's not bad.
USC's team from last year, people would be saying it's better than this UCLA team, but they got swept by this Utah team. So,
yeah. I mean, also no disrespect to UCLA, but you guys also aren't known as a football school for, let's be honest. I've been known as a football school in
but
years.
That's just because Chip Kelly has been taking his sweet little time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he was supposed to be getting you guys back on track, but clearly,
I mean,
you
last
guys
year, last year we were looking good, and then it kind of just started going downhill towards the end. But
so you think now is when you guys start going downhill?
No. I'm not gonna get too concerned over a loss to Utah.
Yeah.
I mean, we got unranked, which is like I don't like that, but I think by the end of the season we'll be ranked again, and I think that this is nothing to concern about too much,
I think if Colorado gets unranked after losing, I think you guys kind of have to get unranked after losing as well.
Really though? I mean, the way we lost is completely different.
Yeah, but
I'm fine with it, I guess, as long as we get ranked again in the future.
Yeah, if you guys can get back into the win column, you guys definitely can. I think Colorado doesn't have a future.
No, they are.
Yeah, after this next loss to
they're
USC.
Completely done.
I would literally like be the most surprised man in the world if they beat USC. But I don't want to hate on Deion too much. I know all the talks are probably going to be piling on him this weekend.
I will buy a Coach Prime jersey if they beat USC.
Oh, I would too. Get into the NFL. Now, I might sound like a hateful Panthers fan, but, happy to see the Falcons finally come back down to earth and lose to the Lions. Yeah, man, Bijan was looking like the next coming of Adrian Peterson. Thank God he finally just, decided to take a step back.
Oh.
I mean, of course, I want to see him succeed, but,
Sounds like you're a hater.
I mean, I'm in the NFC South.
I guess.
And then
that is how it works.
One of our roommates is a Falcons fan. He talks shit every time they win and we lose because we haven't won a game. Sadly.
When are you gonna get to talk your talk?
That hurts. But yeah, Bijan finally came back down to earth. Jared Goff looked pretty average,
as he does.
Yeah,
usually.
it's weird because he goes a couple games and he looks, oh man, Jared Goff could be something, and then
it's Jared Goff again.
It's just Jared Goff again. But at least they won. Because he was putting up great performances and they were losing. Besides the Chiefs game.
Yeah, that's definitely the most important part for the Lions is to be able to power through those Jared Goff games. That he's not going to be the superstar, but just still be able to pull out the win. And I was saying this is an important win for them. If they want to win the NFC North, they got to win these kind of games, and they did,
especially with the Packers doing anything.
Yeah.
Do you think it's okay? So I've seen that David Montgomery didn't play, but
no, he's hurt. Yeah.
Do you think Amon-Ra is the best receiver in the NFC?
In the NFC?
NFC North.
Okay. NFC North. Think about that for a second. Think about that. I think there's at least one first overall fantasy pick better than Amon-Ra.
I mean,
do you think Amon-Ra is better than Justin Jefferson?
That's what I asked.
All right. Personally, no, I don't think so. I don't know about you, though.
I mean, Amon-Ra's a beast, though. He's a beast. Let's be honest. He's a beast.
He's cool.
And let's be honest. Jared Goff isn't feeding Amon-Ra the way Justin Jefferson just gets thrown the ball. Even if he's in triple coverage, he still gets thrown the ball.
I mean, he had 9 receptions for 102 yards. Yeah. That's nothing terrible.
But I think that's not shit, though, for JJ.
Oh, my God.
He gets thrown out on the daily, man. Kirk Cousins just looks and just sees, okay, where's Justin at? Let's just throw it to him.
All right, let's put Romeo Doubs in that conversation then.
Yeah. I can't even hate on the Packers, because the Packers are doing their thing. And I love a good backup to Rich's story, with Jordan Love. But, Chargers, your boys, after the infamous rant last week, they bounced back. I think they heard you, man.
I hope they did, because they were one play away from getting another one. Oh, my gosh. That was a rough game.
Yeah.
I mean, we're hurt to hell, which really sucks. Eckler's out. Eric Kendricks is out. Joey Bosa has been hurt for a lot of this.
Yep.
I think the most disappointing thing, though, is J.C. Jackson being a healthy scratch. That boy is bad.
How much did y'all pay him?
Like $82 million.
Fuck, he's been shit. Last year he was injured. People like, oh man, well if J.C. Jackson gets back, they'll be good next year.
I wanted to believe, the first couple games last year he wasn't performing well, and then he got hurt. And I was like, all right, I can use that injury to disguise his bad performances.
Yeah.
But this year,
just not
Brandon Staley saying, I think this group of guys gives us the best chance to win. I mean, at this point, I'm like, we should just cut him.
Yeah.
I mean, just bite the bullet.
I don't know about cutting him.
If he does not perform by the end of the season, I wouldn't mind seeing him cut. He hasn't proved to be worth $10 million a year.
Maybe try and trade him.
Who wants to trade for him?
Somebody will take him.
He's got a big ass cap hit, and he's not even good.
I'm gonna say this
and trade him back to the Patriots.
I'm gonna say this: somebody's gonna blame Brandon Staley for J.C. Jackson not performing, and they're gonna take him off y'all if y'all actually wanted to get something for him.
I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna blame Brandon Staley for every issue we have, regardless if it's in his control or not. If a player gets injured, it's still his fault. I mean, it's weird, though. We're one of those franchises like the Giants, the Ravens, 49ers. It just seems like we always have injuries like that.
Yeah.
And this year is the same as every other year.
Which is weird.
Austin Eckler led my fantasy team down, man. I picked you.
I mean, you can't really blame that man for real. Man, but what I will say about you guys is, Keenan Allen and Mike Williams are continuing to make my I don't want to say story, but my push that they're the best wide receiver duo in the league.
Well, I have bad news for you. Mike Williams might be out for the season with a torn ACL.
Oh man,
yeah, which is it hurts me a lot.
I didn't watch our game, man, because there's other games.
He got hurt, and the diagnosis comes out today.
Damn.
And hoping that's just a sprain.
That sucks.
But I'm preparing for the worst, and it sucks. Well, but we drafted Quentin Johnson.
Yeah, Quentin Johnson.
I don't know why we drafted him over Zay Flowers.
I guess because you guys saw that Mike Williams was going to get
hurt. It's just he was not the right pick at the time.
Okay.
And he hasn't looked like the right pick so far.
Yeah.
But maybe he finally steps up. But
yeah, I guess if Mike Williams is out, I guess we get to find that out, huh?
But the only thing that gives me a little hope is that we know Justin Herbert can do it with nobody. He had all these injuries against offense last year, and he can still do it with one receiver at most. Look at that. 40 for 47, 400 yards.
Let's be honest.
0 interceptions.
Keenan Allen is just unguardable. That's just what the majority of that has to do with. Keenan Allen is just...
Still got to hit your target.
Top five in the league right now.
Oh, and I just want to put this out there in case anybody didn't watch our preview show. I did issue a little apology to Justin Herbert. I was misguided.
He was on his ass, man.
I saw some eye-opening stats. There was about to be another one added to that.
Yeah.
The main one is that quarterbacks against Justin Herbert have the second highest percentage of game-winning drives. If you look at the list of quarterbacks who have the best success rate at game-winning drives, it goes Patrick Mahomes, quarterbacks who are facing against Justin Herbert, then Tua. So it's not his fault really.
But can you really blame Justin for that, or do you need to blame him?
No, I don't. I don't blame him, and I wanted to apologize for that. And I just saw another stat that when the defense gives up 28 or less, or 26 or less points, they're 20-6. So it's as long as they don't give up
26
4 touchdowns, Justin Herbert gets the job done.
Herbert can get the job done. Yeah.
So
he's gonna put those stats.
Yeah. Herbo, I'm sorry, but our defense, you're still trash.
Yeah, the defense is dog shit. Honestly, I was hoping you guys were gonna lose, so I can continue my push for Brandon Staley to get fired. I mean, I think he still will, but
you're such a hater,
man. He was calling for Brandon Staley's job.
No, I still am. He's still a fraud.
Yeah, he's garbage. Yeah, I don't want him in there.
I don't either, but I want at least to win a game. I was fully prepared though. That last play of the drive to be a touchdown. I was literally watching the game, sitting next to our roommate, and I was like, "Oh my god, we're gonna lose this game."
Yep.
I wasn't even thinking that we're gonna win it. It's just Chargers football, but we get the win.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get something rolling.
Finally, you guys aren't on the bad end of the stick.
Yeah, but at least we get to play the Raiders next week. So.
Oh yeah, and everybody's apparently beating up on the Raiders. Apparently, another win. I lost. I'm definitely prideful in as an NFC South member. The Saints blow a 17-0 lead. Man,
that was a good game.
It was a good game, honestly. So it was funny, right? So I was watching the game, and one of my homies who's in a chat with me, he was saying, "Oh man, we're gonna win. We're gonna win, man. We're gonna go undefeated, 17-0."
Oh my gosh.
I was like, okay. But then Derek Carr goes out. I'm like, okay, the Packers have a chance now. Man, Jameis Winston does Jameis Winston things, allows comebacks. Jordan Love, man, did his thing, balled out, man. Was making some crazy throws.
Oh my gosh, and I love that man.
I love Jordan Love too. I don't know what the Packers are doing over there, man, but they just somehow have backup quarterbacks just jumping to the spot and just.
Yeah, everyone was hating on him. He plays badly poorly in his first game last year against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But it's an away game. It's at Arrowhead.
Yeah.
Against one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah.
But a lot of people were low on him. I was a believer in him.
Yeah, I was too.
And it's awesome to see him performing well.
I mean, I saw him in the Eagles game. I knew he was going to be good. You know, he balled out there. They didn't win, but, you know. I mean, like the only two teams that he really, I guess you could say, lost to last year were in the Super Bowl. So, yeah, can't really blame him on that. It was crazy, though, because, like, Jameis Winston finally wants to put together a drive. Chris Olave looks like he's unguardable. But then again, they were picking on Ballantyne, who's a practice squad corner.
Yeah.
But, you know, they were driving. I was like, oh, shit, they're going to walk it off. And then the kicker, man, he misses it.
Yep.
He misses the kick, man.
So happy.
I was like, oh, shit. Because I was honestly preparing for a Jordan Love, you know, game-winning drive, low-key.
Oh, he was
ready.
Waited for it.
He was ready, man. He was ready. He was about to do what Aaron Rodgers cannot do.
What, not tear his Achilles?
That's crazy. No, man, like, you know, win the big games.
Oh.
Win the big games.
Aaron Rodgers could win the big games. But he won a Super Bowl. Man,
Really?
you're a hater.
Really?
What?
Our nuts didn't even drop when he won that Super Bowl.
God.
Like, come on now. What are we talking about, man? What are we talking about, man? And I'm not even an Aaron Rodgers hater, man, but, like, we can't live on that Super Bowl years ago.
He won MVP 2 years ago.
And
back-to-back times.
Had the 1 seed. Oh, man, if I had the 1 seed and had home field advantage, I would win. I would get to the Super Bowl.
Oh, my
Just
gosh.
to lose.
Wow.
Again.
And you're already ready to say that Jordan Love is a step above that?
No, but
It sounded like you were saying that.
I'm thinking he will be better than Aaron Rodgers was for Green Bay. Hot take. I think he will. I think he's that guy for them.
Oh.
Especially, think about it. He's doing it with Romeo Dobbs, Jalen Reed, and Luke Musgrave. Come on now. It's not like Aaron Rodgers didn't have Jordy Nelson, didn't have Randall Cobb, didn't have Greg Jennings, didn't have
Mercedes Lewis,
didn't have.
where he went to college?
Yeah.
Don't answer that question. But hey,
I think we both know where he went to college. If you asked.
but don't disrespect Romeo Dobbs. My Romeo dog. Okay. Okay.
No, you did not just do that. Man, but get into it.
We're 3 games into this season.
He's going to be good.
He's going to be good, but we can't say better than Aaron Rodgers yet. I think that's a little absurd to say.
I think that's my Tom Brady fan coming out, to be honest with you. That's on me.
You know, if you're proven right,
hopefully I am.
Good for you.
Hopefully I am. I actually do want to see the Packers get back to a Super Bowl and maybe win.
If they're not going to do it this year. They're not there yet, but you know, in like 3 years, maybe 2 years.
I think definitely give him some pieces for sure. I wish they kept Devontae with them because Devontae's just rotting out there.
He's just out to dry.
Just rotting out there, man, wasting the end of his career. Well, I won't say the end of his career, but
that's the back end of
the
his
back
prime.
end, the back end of his prime.
Yeah,
he's getting wasted. The Jags, another loss.
I don't get it. I
don't get it either.
I thought, I finally trusted these boys. Yeah, I ride hard with them. Yeah. In fantasy, I draft Calvin Ridley and Trevor Lawrence.
Yep.
First week, they win big.
They're looking good after the first week.
Then they just roll into a tough Chiefs team.
Okay.
They don't lose terribly. But then they lose and get, handled by the who are they? Texans? Jeez, I can't even remember the name.
Houston Texans.
I don't get this team. I was all in on them finally.
Yeah, I was too.
And they betrayed my trust.
Yeah.
I don't have any answers for them, man.
I mean, I don't know, man. Trevor Lawrence looks like the second coming. The first game against the Colts, even though he had to pick, we talked about it, but some of the throws he was making, Calvin really looked really, really good. I was, this team's gonna be to deal with in the AFC. And then it was the Chiefs. I mean, understandable. The Chiefs are, the Chiefs. But then you get manhandled by the Texans.
Yeah,
and
I guess you could say I took a gamble on the Jaguars.
Oh God. And then Stroud looks better than Trevor did, which is crazy.
That is crazy. Yeah.
It looked way better than. So is that an indictment on the defense of the Jags, or
I mean,
or that indictment on Trevor Lawrence?
Stroud has been looking good.
He has been.
Not elite or anything like that, but he hasn't been looking bad. I don't know if it's on the I mean, I guess it's on the defense, but that offense should be putting up more.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I'm just very disappointed, and they need to win their next game.
They do,
because right now they're on fraud watch.
Yeah, they are on fraud watch. Same thing with the Bengals, but
we'll get to that.
I've been saying that. Look, the Jags defense is better. The Texans defense is better this year.
Yes, but it's...
They got some fast young corners, man. You got Stingley, you got King, you got Nelson, you got some decent...
yes, but...
Jalen Petrie.
Yes, but the Jaguars have such a good offense. ETN, Lawrence, Ridley, Christian Kirk, Evan Ingram.
Yeah, but like the Texans made the Ravens offense look bad, and the Ravens have besides last.
Okay,
yesterday.
the Colts made the Ravens offense look bad. Obviously, it's not that hard.
Yeah. Okay. I think they just kind of took the game plan of the Texans. I'm gonna give more credit to the Texans than the Colts. I think they just took the game plan of the Texans.
So you're saying that Doug Peterson might be the fraud on the Jaguars?
No, I'm definitely not happy with Trevor. I'm definitely not happy with the defense.
Yeah.
I think they need to take that step forward again like they did last year. They start putting together some wins.
Yeah,
sure.
Definitely.
This game just it hurts me to talk about this game, man. Broncos country, let's ride.
Broncos country, let's die.
That's what the Dolphins said, man, because they just dropped 70 bomb on them. And honestly, let's be honest, if they didn't want to stop dropping points, they would have got the record.
Well, okay. Their coach, Mike McDaniel, says at the end that they don't want to go for it because they don't want to humiliate their opponent. Or Tua says that.
70 on them.
That's what I'm saying.
What do you mean?
Once you get to 50,
yeah,
you're humiliating them.
The Chiefs didn't want to humiliate the Bears.
Yes, that's what happened.
Y'all wanted to humiliate them.
No, I think at that point, just go for it.
Just go for that shit.
Because you're too far gone. Yeah. This team, every player that is on this Broncos team will never forget 70-20.
Even Mike White threw for a touchdown.
It's
even Mike White.
Bro, they're running backs.
Yeah, just
Mostert and A-Chain, I think that's how you say his name.
Yeah, A-Chain.
Combined for 97 fantasy points. My team didn't put up 97 points.
They almost combined for 300 yards between the two of them. just destroyed them, man. Like
Sean Payton.
Wasn't Vance Joseph supposed to be a defensive guru?
Sean Payton coming into the season, firing shots. This was the worst coach team I've ever seen.
The Dolphins?
No, the Broncos.
Oh, the Broncos.
When he came in, he's calling them the worst coach team that he's ever seen by Nathaniel Hackett. And, a lot of people are, like hating on him.
Yeah.
It was a hot take at the time. Yeah. It's like, I don't necessarily disagree with him. Maybe Sean Payton will do something with this team. Yeah. I was a decent believer in them. And then this happens.
Okay. I'm not going to put all the blame on Sean Payton because Sean Payton's never been a defensive guru. He had Dennis Allen in New Orleans to play the defense for him. And Vance Joseph was touted as a defensive guru.
Yeah.
How he had them playing last year. And all the years that they were losing, at least the Dolphins defense, at least the Broncos defense is good.
Pat Surtain.
Yeah. Best corner in the league. Yeah. I couldn't tell.
I don't know where you go. As the Broncos. Where do you go from this?
I think you have to continue to get pieces because, Russell's looking not bad. Russell's looking pretty good. And you also have to run the football more. Javonte Williams is definitely
I think they're just trying to, save him a little bit because he's coming off the ACL, MCL. I think he also tore his, PCL or something.
Yeah,
the complete knee blow up.
Jeez, just blew his stuff out. Jerry Jeudy played. Cortland Sutton played.
It's just, I was watching some breakdowns of the defense. The Broncos linebackers and players could not get off a block to save their life.
Ridiculous, yeah.
And the coverage they're playing on Tyreek Hill, that first touchdown, if you watch it,
just start running.
They're playing the softest coverage, and he's still beating them.
It's sad because the safety that was playing him had an angle on him.
He did.
Just simply outran him.
He didn't get to him.
He just simply outran him to the.
He has one job. His one job is Tyreek Hill.
Can you blame him though? Tyreek's the best receiver in the league right now. No disrespect to Justin Jefferson, but
that's not crazy to say. That's not crazy.
But he is and honestly, like I said, I don't blame Sean Payton. I think Vance Joseph needs to get his Indeed resume ready because that's just one of those performances you can't put out there. Imagine Bill Belichick being touted as a defensive guru and allowing 70 points.
If Bill Belichick gets beat 70-20, he is retiring the next day.
And it's he made this offense look, not necessarily pedestrian, but he made them look pretty, he made them look good, not great. The Broncos made them look historic. I think that was the most
Maybe
points.
This offense is historic. But the craziest thing about this game that I don't think enough people are talking about is if you check those wide receivers, you know who wasn't there? Jalen Waddle.
Yeah.
He didn't play.
They did that without Jalen Waddle.
He was concussed.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I'm scared of a team that puts up 70.
That's what happens when you allow them to put up 350 rushing yards.
Oh my gosh.
So is Tua the front runner right now? After what Patrick Mahomes did yesterday?
I think
he still is.
Maybe Tyreek Hill's the front runner.
Damn near. Damn near.
I don't know, man.
Tyreek is just walking away right now.
Yeah.
With the best receiver. I don't think it's Justin Jefferson's fault. The Vikings just absolutely are garbage. 30 first downs. Oh my God.
They put him 724 yards of offense. It's just like
they only have 7 more minutes of possession on them. And
that's the crazy thing.
The Broncos only threw 1 interception.
The Broncos offense wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
They just got doubled.
The defense is just garbage.
They got doubled.
The defense just got ran over. And there's just nothing they can do about it. Like, I feel bad for Russ, man, because, like, Russ is putting up some pretty decent performances after last year.
Yeah.
And now, like, his defense just apparently forgot how to play.
Yeah, they just reversed.
Yeah, they honestly just reversed it. 'Cause last year, oh man, if Russ played decent, the Broncos have a good enough defense to go to the Super Bowl. And now he just allowed 70. It's just, Jesus Christ. They had 726 yards of total offense. That is ridiculous. That is crazy.
I
don't want to dog on the Broncos, man, but like.
I was at the women's soccer game at the beginning of the slate because that starts at 1 o'clock and the football starts at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And one of our roommates is a Broncos fan.
Yeah.
But he has Tyreek Hill on the team, so it's kind of like a conflict of interest.
That is crazy.
But it seemed like every time that he opened his phone, he said, "The Dolphins are in the red zone." I just checked the score. It's like 35 and a half.
Because, bro, like, it was funny because I was in a group chat and it was like, somebody was like, damn, the Dolphins might fuck around and get 70 on them. And they actually ended up getting 70 on them. Then somebody was saying, oh, they're going to break the record. And I was like, yeah, they're going to probably break it.
When I see 35 to 14 and a half, I'm like, they're on pace for 70. But when they're on pace, they're going to slow down.
They're going to slow down. Like how the Chiefs did. The Chiefs had like 34, 35 at the half. And it was like, oh, man. I was saying, damn, they're going to fuck around and break the Dolphins. They're going to beat the Dolphins, their point total.
No.
They slowed down, though.
Mike McDaniels was hitting his, like, strawberry shortcake vape at halftime.
Oh, man.
He was seeing to, like, the 4th dimension or something. Bro is...
All right, man. Vance Joseph. So we talk about Brandon Staley being on the hot seat. Vance Joseph is on a fucking hot seat.
Bro's on the stove.
He's on the stove, man. His title for defensive coordinator is in danger right now, man. He's getting death threats right now by the city of Denver, for sure.
And they're never deserved, but if there's ever a time that you're like...
Yeah, okay, they're never deserved,
But if there's ever a time where, like, insults at least being hurled, this is it.
There's any time for... Because typically you don't want to bring the coordinators. Of course, the players have to go out there and play.
The players also did not perform.
But, if there's any time for me, like, now is the time.
Yeah, as long as it's not death threats.
Yeah, of course.
That's always the point where it's, like, too far.
21 points in 2 different quarters. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
It was only a 7-point game at the end of the first quarter.
The Dolphins said, you know what? Let's stop playing. They sat up. You know the meme?
No, the Broncos said, let's stop playing.
You know the meme where, like, the player sits up in his chair?
Yeah,
he just sits up. They're like, all right, okay, this game's a little too close. Let's just stop playing with him. That game was ridiculous, man. All right, but yeah.
That is the game of the year.
The Browns beat the Titans.
Damn.
Bad. Down. And the Bills also dismantled the Commanders, who actually looked pretty good up until yesterday.
That breaks my heart.
Yeah.
That second one.
Yeah.
I don't love the Commanders, but they have some likable players.
I was rooting for them.
Yeah. They had Sam Howell. He's my diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
And just to get beat the way they did hurt.
Yeah.
It hurt, man.
But apparently the Bills turned back into a buzzsaw, so.
Well, they turned back into the Bills that they should be.
Yeah. That we thought they should be.
Yeah. And obviously I didn't think that the Commanders were going to win this game, but I didn't expect them to be like the last team to score and like the early window. It was just, it hurt.
Damn, man.
But what also hurts is seeing the Titans lose.
Yeah.
Like that, they just beat the Chargers and then they lose to the Browns.
So is that an indictment on y'all?
They lose to serial massage parlor visitor Deshaun Watson.
That's crazy.
Or I guess they came to his place.
That's insane.
But
yeah. I mean,
you see the play, Deshaun Watson, he's getting sacked. Then, sometimes quarterbacks will just try to throw the ball away. It won't be like a intentional ground or something. He's getting sacked, throws the ball 180 behind him. That's not an incomplete pass. That's a fumble.
We've seen that meme. Because I saw it on Twitter. Somebody was like 180 million guaranteed for this. That was crazy.
It's unbelievable. And they still win that game 27-3.
Yeah.
Titans, man, they made me think maybe they're good.
Stop it.
Derrick Henry, you can't get 20 yards.
I just feel like
Please.
Okay, so like, yeah, I mean, of course we all knew the injuries were gonna catch up to Derek eventually. Had an amazing prime though.
Wow, you're saying he's done?
I think he's okay.
He hit the running back peak?
I think he's hit the running back peak. I think he's on the downhill of his prime.
Oh, those knees are starting to disintegrate.
Well, they ran him into the ground.
Well, he ran other people into the ground too.
We talk about the Cowboys ran Zeke into the ground. The Titans ran Derrick Henry into the ground. It was Derrick Henry or bust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you think he's done? Pretty much.
I don't think he's done, but I think he can give you good production. But like I think he's definitely
best performances are
his
behind
best
him.
performances are behind.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
The years of Derrick
Henry
putting up God numbers.
Yeah,
running the
he's
it's over.
no longer the top of the running back totem pole.
Yeah, I don't think he is anymore either. The Colts, the Ravens.
That's an interesting game.
Man, that game confused me so much because it felt like the Colts were trying to win. They were trying to lose, but it felt like the Ravens were trying to lose as well. Like, it's like you're okay. So it made me mad, right? Because like the Ravens are in field goal range. I guess they're in Justin Tucker's field goal range. Yeah, and like he missed one kick, and they just said, "Fuck him. We're not going to him anymore. We're not going to him anymore."
I was shocked. It was a game-winning opportunity, 61 yards, and I'm like,
it was short.
Of all players you want kicking this ball,
it was short.
There is no other athlete in the world I want kicking this ball than Justin Tucker. And he kicks it, and on the broadcast, it's going, it's looking like it's straight accurate. I'm like, it's just Justin Tucker doing Justin Tucker things.
Yep.
And it's short.
It's short.
That's the biggest upset of the entire weekend.
I think it is too.
70-20, my ass. Justin Tucker missing a game winner.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it's like, okay, he misses one, but we've seen Justin Tucker miss kicks before. Like, it's not common,
barely,
but we've seen him miss. And then it's like, you don't go to him anymore to win the game? Like, no disrespect to Lamar, because you do pay Lamar for the big bucks for the reason, but like, Justin Tucker's your best player. He has to kick that ball for you at the end of the day. Like, and of course, now I will say that they did get cheated. That was PI.
My gosh.
He tackled him before the ball even got there. That was PI. You have to call that.
Disgusting play.
You have to call that for sure.
Watching that live, I was like, I think it could be one of those plays where the wide receiver just falls down and then they're trying to sell it. But then they show the replay, and it's just.
But it's ironic though because in the Super Bowl, Logan Wilson got called for less on Cooper Kupp. He got called for less. You can make the argument that was a better defensive play than that one, and it got called. Yeah, which is like, it's why, like, especially like, it makes you so frustrated when you get to the Super Bowl and then Super Bowl champions are decided by that. But then like a game like that, it's not called. Yeah,
but
yeah, it's just
still surprising. Gardner Minshew,
man,
good for him,
man. That Colts team Colts.
You know who might trade for Gardner Minshew? Who? The Jets. Jets.
Yeah, we're not going to even get into that. No.
What? They need something. They're clearly not getting it done with Zach.
Didn't look better. It's just the Ravens just found a way to lose. They just found a way to lose. Let's be honest. They should have won that game like 30 times over.
You can say that about most of their games, though.
Yeah, but I mean, they found a way to pull out the other games. Yeah.
Lamar has found a way.
This hurts me to talk about, man, but we lost. Again.
Two-time champs, baby.
Seahawks.
Damn.
Seahawks. My Panthers, man. Okay. It's sad to say that we looked better under Andy Dalton than we did under Bryce. Now,
wow,
we did. I mean, I was saying, oh man, he threw the ball 58 times. That is ridiculous.
Damn, I didn't see that.
God,
oh my God,
Jesus,
58.
And I was saying that, oh man, like maybe Bryce should sit under Andy Dalton. And he was like, oh man, what is Andy Dalton gonna do? I mean, he looked better. I think that was more an indictment on our defense than anything. I think he played like the offense looked better than it was. Adam Thielen finally woke up from his sleep, from his hibernation, because apparently he didn't want to play before that. Same as DJ Chark, because he couldn't get open anytime before that.
Yeah, I mean, your ceiling with Andy Dalton is
so high.
5 wins, probably.
Like, I wasn't expecting us to do anything though. Like I was expecting this to be a year. Like let Bryce learn under Andy. And then
it's funny saying under Andy Dalton. I know, like, it makes sense. He's a veteran. He's not. He obviously has had a fine career, but saying let him learn under Andy Dalton is just it's something you never expected to hear a couple years ago.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, I wasn't expecting anything big from us, so that's why I didn't really understand, Bryce starting. But honestly, you want to get him those reps.
Yeah,
but like,
I mean, it seems like it's the trend now, just to start your rookie quarterback.
But I just feel like I just feel like, and people are saying he's the number one pick. You have to start the number one pick. But was he really the decisive number one pick? Like,
I feel like he was.
I don't think he was, man.
I mean, I feel like he was the decisive number one pick, but
I think you more so, and this, I don't think I heard this much, but I think you more so looked for flaws in Richardson and Stroud to make Bryce look better as the number one pick.
You think he was just the safer option?
Okay, because we know number one picks.
Right now. Would you rather have Stroud, Anthony Richardson, or Bryce Young?
Give me Anthony Richardson.
You're already out on Bryce Young?
Right now, okay. The only reason why, of course, I have a soft spot in my heart for Cam, and I would love to see Anthony Richardson.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, okay. I'm a Cam lover, man.
Fair enough.
My first love. Like Bryce, though, like, I don't know. He just doesn't. We don't have the pieces around him, but like, I don't want to just blame the pieces because like he doesn't have anything that wows you.
Me personally, I'd give it a year or two before I'm fully out on him yet.
I'm not fully out on him, but would I rather have Richardson? Yeah.
Would you rather have Stroud?
No.
Okay.
I won't take Stroud or Bryce. No.
Okay.
No. But besides being the biggest talk of the weekend, the Chiefs just destroyed the Bears. Are you completely out on them?
On the Bears?
Yeah.
I've been completely out on them.
Yeah.
I've never been in on them.
I think that for me put the nail in the coffin for sure.
I don't see how they win a game, it feels like, at this point. Like a crazy week leading up to this.
The Chiefs' defense isn't bad.
It's just, yeah. I mean, it's the best that Mahomes has had, but the Bears' offense is probably worse.
Terrible. Like, the Chiefs' defense is not bad, but like they're good, but like that good, like Bears. What are we doing?
Well, I mean, they've had just a crazy week.
Yeah.
One of the coordinators being found with some very illegal stuff.
Yeah.
And then their stadium getting broken into and having like $100,000 worth of like equipment getting stolen.
That was crazy.
And then having to play against Taylor Swift Football Club.
The Taylor Swift Football Club. Yeah, and then that Chiefs offense is like a buzzsaw, and that Bears defense couldn't do anything with it. One thing I did like to see though that Justin did run more this game. I don't know. Of course, he didn't have much success, but I mean the Chiefs defense is extremely athletic.
Yes, but I don't want to see him running because his arm talent isn't there.
It wasn't that; it's just they weren't getting open. They were strapped.
Yeah, I mean. That overall that team is just not looking great.
Yeah.
So, but I want to see him develop that arm talent more because if you watch, he has tendencies to just scramble immediately.
Yeah,
and that's not only his fault. His offensive line has led him to be very scared. But sometimes you just need to work on the arm, take the sack again in a game where you're not going to win.
Yeah,
Taylor Swift is getting shown more than Justin Fields.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
but also like Travis balled out too, which is the majority of the reason why she got showed. Travis was. Back to Travis.
You cannot tell me that at any point there was not here. Let's get Travis the ball. There had to have been.
You had to get him a touchdown at bare minimum.
There had to have been, Taylor Swift effect going on.
It's just,
And honestly, good for him.
If we're talking about him getting 70, it honestly like they were going to get 70 too.
Yeah,
they had like 34 at the half. It looked like they were going to get 70 too. But yes, they got 34 exactly. Yeah. But they took their foot off the gas pedal.
A team that won't score 70 probably all season, like in total, the Jets. Zach Wilson is garbage.
That's just.
I thought I could believe in him. Nope.
The pass was just really good too.
Yeah, I mean, I expected the Patriots to win this game, but I didn't want them to let the Jets back in like they did.
Yeah.
But it just seems like the Jets. They said they were going to ride it out with Zach Wilson.
You can't.
At this point, you haven't seen anything to prove that you should.
You're just wasting that defense.
Yeah. And I don't know who the correct option is. I mean, I would like to see someone like Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, didn't they give up Mike White?
Mike White's on
they gave him up. Yeah, they gave him up, yeah.
Like, there are other options.
Yeah.
And I think all of them would be better than Zach Wilson at this point.
I'm definitely going anywhere besides Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson just looks so scared, man, playing that QB position, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he just looks too timid. Like he doesn't look comfortable, which is crazy because they were raving about him in the training camp. Oh man, Zach Wilson looks like he's improved. He looks comfortable now. He's making dots like Aaron. And comes out and looks garbage.
He's better at finding MILFs than gaps in the coverage, bro.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
Another very disappointing loss. And honestly, I think us and the whole world is gonna be piling on to them today. Dallas Cowboys lose to the
How
Cardinals.
about them boys?
Are they the boys?
No, they are not.
They are not them fucking boys.
Trayvon Diggs gets hurt, but it's the Cardinals.
It's the Cardinals, man.
The Cardinals lost to the Giants, who you destroyed.
Yeah.
What is that circle of triangle of mediocrity going on there?
Yeah, it's just weird, man, because, like, I don't know. Because, like, I'm kind of happy because I've been kind of, like, hard on Dak Prescott forever now, and, like, he's just kind of continuing to prove my point.
Well, to be fair, he's the only quarterback in the NFC East without multiple turnovers, so...
That's not saying much.
It is not saying much. No.
He doesn't...
Definitely not a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, he doesn't... He's not, like, he's the outright best quarterback in the NFC East.
I would say he is.
I don't think he is. I think Jalen's still better than him.
Oh, yeah. Actually,
I think Jalen's still better than him.
And
honestly, to be honest, despite yesterday, I think Sam Howell's still better than him, too. I think Sam Howell's better than him right now. Right now, I think he is.
Really?
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah. I mean, I think he had a bad game, but, like, when his Dak looked spectacular, besides that Jets game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked pretty average. And, like...
This is a game that you got to win.
Yeah, definitely a game you have to win. The fact that you're playing down the whole game is pretty insane, too.
Yeah. I mean, just terrible performance all around.
I mean, it's weird, though, because, like, the Cardinals are, like, they're supposed to be tanking, but, like, they're not outright tanking. Like, they're...
No, because they still have Kyler coming back. And, like, they're not officially going to tank when they have the first overall pick like that.
Yeah.
But they're in the position where they should be, probably.
You should be. Like, they're not a contender.
Unless
they're
they're
not a playoff
scared
contender.
Unless they're scared that Caleb is not going to go to them.
Why would they go with Caleb?
Caleb Williams?
Yeah, with Kyler there.
I don't know. I mean,
I think if anything, you get a good pick and you start, like, shoring up, like, the defense. And, like, well, okay, the defense looked good yesterday, but, like, start shoring up, like, the offensive line and the defense for anything.
I mean, they got to fix everything there, so.
Yeah. But apparently not Hollywood, because apparently Hollywood woke up.
Apparently he's that guy.
Apparently he woke up.
Apparently Hollywood is Hollywood.
The same thing we've been asking for years in Baltimore.
Yeah.
He decided to want to wake up in Arizona, apparently. With Josh Dobbs.
Hey, respect. Tennessee legend.
Yeah, because, shout out to T, but he's a Titans fan. He was raving. He was like, oh, man, Josh Dobbs actually pretty good. And he's proven him right, apparently. Because, Josh Dobbs looked pretty well. I actually like what they're doing over there, too. The way they're scheming that offense is actually really good. They don't have a lot of talent, but they're finding ways to score. It's something I wish we did more,
And then last night's game, that was real stinker. Steelers-Raiders, two teams just, I don't think anybody likes either of them.
Yeah.
And it's just not a fun game, I'd say.
It wasn't. I mean, the Steelers dominated.
I mean, it's the Raiders.
Yeah.
You can only expect so much out of them.
Najee finally looked decent, and Kenny finally looked pretty good.
I saw a headline that was saying, is Josh McDaniels, like, not sold on Jimmy G or, like, not confident with Jimmy G? And it's like,
why would you be?
Why would you be?
Yeah. Why would you be? What has he shown you to show you that you
exactly?
Honestly, I would have been with O'Connell or Duggan.
Kyle Shanahan wasn't sold on Jimmy G throughout his entire tenure there.
Yeah, he's more sold on Brock Purdy now than he was on Jimmy G.
Yeah, Brock Purdy's Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah, apparently. But now we can kind of get into the predictions.
My favorite part.
Tonight, Eagles and Bucks, and the Rams and Bengals. Who do you have for the Eagles and Bucks?
I think this can go one of two ways.
I do too.
It can be how the Eagles have played against the past two teams.
Yep.
Where they make it closer than it probably should be.
Yep.
Or they can be like how the Bills played against the Commanders, where they kind of just flex their muscles,
Yeah.
And I'm leaning more towards, it's being a closer game.
Yeah, I do too.
But I still have faith in the Eagles to, get it together. I mean, they're 2-0, so getting together is only so much. But
so you get the Eagles?
I still think the Eagles have it in them.
I think it's weird because, like, the Bucks are better than both. Well, okay, they're on the same par as the Patriots, but I think they're low-key a little bit better than both the defenses they played. That they've looked very average in. So I think it can be a very interesting game. It just really all depends on the play of Baker. If Baker can play, Mike Evans can continue to play like how he's been playing this season. Rashad White running the ball hard and, doing a great job taking over after Leonard. I think they can pull out the upset, honestly. I think the Eagles, like I said, I think the Eagles look very beatable.
So you think the Buccaneers are going to win?
I'm taking the Bucks, actually.
Really?
I'm going to take the upset.
Wow.
Why not? The Rams and the Bengals.
Ooh.
Okay. If Joe doesn't play tonight, I'm taking the Rams. But honestly, if Joe plays tonight, I damn near might still take the Rams.
I'm going to be honest. He's not even the biggest injury concern for this game.
He's not?
You know who it is?
Who?
Puka.
Puka Nacua.
But I think he's cleared to play, and
He better be.
I think he's good to go.
Yeah.
And Bengals still being as fraudulent as ever in the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
They have to win this game.
I think if there's any time, and especially Burrow plays, now is the time to pick it up for sure.
Yeah, they have to win this game.
Come on, win this game.
But, the Rams have showed they can beat a decent team in the Seahawks, and they can hang with a great team in the 49ers.
Give you a decent fight for sure.
As much as I didn't like the Rams, I've kind of turned on them now that they're not amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going for the Rams here.
You want the Rams?
I am.
Me too. Okay.
Yeah.
So we got the Rams. All right. And then the Lions and the Packers play on Thursday night. Quickly, who you got?
I'm going to go Packers there.
Okay.
I love me some love.
I love me some love too. I'm going with the Packers too.
Damn. Wow. We really have no faith in the Lions.
You don't, I mean, obviously. But yeah, that about does it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Mm-hmm. Like, comment, and subscribe if you are new. Also, if you like the content as well.
Of course.
Give us suggestions in the comments to what you guys like to see. Anything crazy. But I'm Darren.
I'm Jason.
And we're out.
Bye, guys.